Saiki can body 90% of y'all's favorite MC characters. Fight me on it. What's up, guys? Today we'll be talking about one of my favorite animes I watched when I was still in middle school, and it is The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. If you're not familiar with this anime, it's basically about a 16-year-old high school student named Kuzuo Saiki. He was born with many powers. Saiki is determined to try to conceal his powerful psychic abilities so he can live a normal high school life. But with so much power, can he really stay under the radar? By the time Saiki was only 14 days old, my guy was having full-blown conversations. And that didn't stop there. By the time he was a month old, he was already walking. Hell, once he finally reached a year, he was running errands like it was nobody's business. Not gonna lie, Saiki has like one of the best types of parents in anime history. One, he actually has a dad. Two, he actually has like a mom that's actually not sick or basically on her deathbed. And they both actually want to be a part of his life. Like, honestly, that's like rare for parents that actually like you. Like, you don't see that at all in anime. Guys, Saiki is not your average guy with superpowers. Saiki can outmatch nearly any opponent without breaking a sweat. He's essentially a one-man army, capable of bending reality to his will. Despite his humble demeanor, my guy Saiki is crazy. And I know I said that about Floyd in my last video, but Saiki is like a silent type of crazy. His true strength is staggering, making him more powerful than 90% of our most main characters in anime and webtoons. His abilities are so overwhelming that he intentionally holds back to avoid drawing attention. He has a level of restraint that speaks volume about how scary he could be if he's ever let loose. The things this guy would do just to have a coffee jelly is both sad and hilarious. This guy has a lot of fucking powers, and I'm not joking. On the official fandom website, it is said that he has over 29 abilities, not including powers that are outside of his psychic range. Not even after all of that, Saiki has way more, but it's not mentioned much because he himself deems them as useless. Hell, if you don't believe me when I say this guy is OP, let's talk about some of his weaknesses. Number 1, uncontrollable powers. The only reason as to why Saiki seems to have a decent control on his abilities is because he has 2 lollipops in his head. And no, they're not just some random balls. They are there to prevent him from annihilating the whole world. Yeah. And if you don't think that's bad enough, number 2, his freaking allergies. Imagine being so afraid that if you sneeze, you may destroy everything around you in a 10-mile radius. Number 3, last but not least, is the fact that he wants to be normal. Hell, the only saving grace we have is that he's still young and that he doesn't like the idea of being seen as a freak. We're lucky that he doesn't have a god complex like some characters. The most recent anime that I watched that the MC character reminds me of Saiki is actually Mob Psycho. It basically has a similar premise where it's about a young boy trying to balance having psychic abilities while living a normal teenage life. To me, Mob basically is like the little brother of Saiki. That's how similar they are to each other. Crazy enough, I would actually pay to see them both go against each other in an all-out battle. Alright guys, that's it for the vid. Thank you so much for joining me. And Saiki versus Mob in a fight. Who do you think would win?